It's the worst feeling in the world. You've been practicing, making great contact, and you think you finally got the game all figured out. You step up on the first tee box, setup, backswing, great rotation, explode down. It feels great. You watch your ball going high and far, and then the worst thing possible happens. It's curling off to the right. Further right. Oh, God, no. And once again, what should have been 270 down the middle of the fairway went 150, then veered 60 yards off into the trees. The dreaded slice. We've all been there. I played the slice for years and finally got it pretty much figured out. Today, I'm going to give you a 4-step plan, not only on how to play the slice for now, but also a 4-step plan to get rid of the slice forever and learn how to fix it when it starts happening. It's so frustrating, and today we're going to get rid of it. Hey everyone, it's Doug with Golf Reboot. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you see all of our videos. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. I'm documenting my journey to becoming a scratch golfer after 14 years away from the game and sharing everything I've learned to help you get better faster. So if you're a newer learning golfer trying to improve tee shots, iron play, putting, or just enjoy the game more, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. First, we're going to start with playing the slice like I did for years, because sometimes you just have to play it on the course and fix it later. You can't tweak too much on the course, but sometimes it still doesn't work. I have lost so many balls over the years. I've hit buildings, broken windows, and may or may not have nailed the car coming down the road. Apparently, the course thought I did it intentionally and didn't realize at the time I just sucked with my driver. They almost banned me for life. So stick around, because once we finish playing the slice, we're going to go deep into the actual process that I've used to turn my nasty slice into a baby fade. Let's dig in. You just have to fight through it. That's just your swing. You need to put the work in, but it'll always be there. Most beginners fight their slice and aim straight. That's a huge mistake. First up, we've got tee shot alignment. Slice curves right for right-handed golfers, left for lefties. So I'm a righty, mine goes off to the right. Aim to the left of your target and let the ball curve back. It's not always going to work for you, and if you have a nasty, nasty one, that's probably not going to be great. But in theory, if you aim left, even if you have to cross the tee box, it'll curve back and hopefully end up on the fairway. Step on the safe side of the tee box to maximize your margin of error. Normally that means as a slicer, you're going to be on the left-hand side of the box if you're looking down the fairway. Now, like I said a minute ago, sometimes if it's a real bad slice, you might have to be on the right, aiming to the left, and cross the fairway twice. It is what it is. It's not perfect, but if you can play that, great. Hopefully the result is you're hitting fairways more often, or at least being close and being less stressed. Now, you do need to fix it, though. If you're looking to get better at golf, I have a free practice guide. You can go to golfreboot.com/free guide and download it. It's going to show you how I practice, and it'll help you too. You need to get your swing fixed, and to do that, you need to practice. You need to watch more of our videos, watch other people's videos to fix your mechanics. But for now, set up the right way to play your slice. Next up, safe target selection. The slice doesn't need to be fixed mid-round. I say all the time that you can only tweak so much on the course. Pick large targets on the fairway or the green. If you've got trouble over on the left, probably okay because you're not hitting left, but if you have trouble on the right, you need to be away from that, even if you put the driver away. Avoid narrow landing zones, water, and hazards on the right. If your landing zone has that kind of stuff there, pick a different club. You don't have to use the driver. The driver is going to have the worst slice in theory. Use the margin of error method. Aim where your miss is safe. Even with a slice, you'll hit more playable spots. Now, because you have a slice, you also need a recovery plan. When the slice goes into the rough or into a trap, from the rough, you can probably play it out depending how thick it is. We're not playing at Oakmont. If it's real thick or if you're in a sand trap, aim sideways, get back onto the fairway. You might have to club up just to get to where you want to go, but that's fine. Keep it simple. Don't try the hero recovery shots. They don't help. Triple bogeys come from desperate swings, not from the slice itself. You can recover from this. Now we'll dig into a real hole example. So we've got a fairway with out of bounds on the right. I'm aiming my tee shot to the left. The slice curves onto the fairway. You've got an approach shot. It's going middle of the green. Okay, so we missed it. That's fine. It's still safe. I can chip on, no risk, no blow up. Now, let's be real for a minute. Playing the slice is a band-aid. How many times have you played your slice and hit the straightest shot of your life directly into the woods on your left? Been there, done that. Comment down below if you've done it and how it made you feel. Realistically, you need to actually fix the problem. I was able to do that with the help of my Rapsodo MLM2 Pro, because it shows everything about my swing. Check out the links for Rapsodo and PlayBetter to get yours. It's got 2 different camera views, swing and impact, to give me all the data and simulation of the ball path. It all came together for me once I saw all this. So here we go with our fixes. I'm going to use some videos from this past weekend that I shot when I was trying out my brand new driver, the Callaway ELYTE X. Now, a quick side note, I've wanted the ELYTE for a while. It came out real early in 2025. It's got the ELYTE, the ELYTE X, there's a speed one, and then there's the triple diamond. I wanted the triple diamond just because it seemed cool. I tested them out. The triple diamond's got a very small head on it, and that's fine. I hit pretty consistently, but when I tried the X, I was impressed. It's more of a game performance one, but it's got a nice large club face on it. Realistically, when I was swinging it, once I got used to it, got it tweaked a little bit for how my swing is, it was putting the ball almost in the same spot. And once I teed it at the right height, I was mashing the ball. So before you go and say, oh, it's the driver, it's not me. No, it's your swing. You need to fix the swing first. But once you do that, if you want to get a new driver, great. Go get fitted for it. Go try them out and see which one works for you. With my swing speed, I thought the triple diamond might be okay, but realistically for my game, the ELYTE X was the way to go. All right, so for our fixes, first up is the setup. With your stance, you want your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. I always drop my right foot back a little bit. That'll help with creating more of a draw. Placement of the ball, it's always on my left heel. So I'll actually step up and I'll put an inlay of this if I can. So if I were to step up, I would have my ball here. I would have left foot, right foot. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my left foot up a tiny bit, my right foot back further. What that's doing is it's putting the ball further forward in my stance to let me get it on the upswing. As far as my grip, you'll see in the videos that I'm showing, my left arm, I go up and over to get it right. Then my left, I slide down to my knee and grab from underneath the club. It's a stronger grip, and that helps me get away from the slice and force more of a straight or a draw. Right now, I'm hitting a nice little baby fade for the most part. With your shoulders, you don't want to be flat. You want to be a little bit down on your trail side. You do that by putting your hand down to almost your knee and then grabbing the club. It sets you up right. And make sure you're keeping the V. The longer you keep the V, the further out the club gets, and then you're going to explode through. That's where you gain your speed. All right, so in this clip, I'm going to slow down my swing, and then I'm going to show you it in full speed. What I'm doing here, I'm getting ready to hit a driver shot with my new Callaway ELYTE X. You can see me putting my feet together, and my front goes forward a little bit, back goes back further, and I drop it to get a little bit of a draw. Next, you're going to see me swing my lead arm over to get set up on the club. Back arm goes down to my knee, get my grip all set up. This is perfect to get rid of my slice. You can see the V staying there, it goes up and over, and then I get a nice into-out swing, dropped it into the gap, and you can see the ball flying there. And based on the math on that one, I believe that went 267 by the time it was done. So not my furthest shot, but it definitely did pretty good. It's basically right where I wanted it to be. You can see if you look towards the right of the projector screen, it did have a little bit of a fade on it, which that's what I'm looking for with it. So now that's the shot. You're going to see it in full speed now. And here I am coming up, getting set up for it. Stance is perfect. Now I'm coming through. I'm going to take my grip and get ready to swing. Nice little waggle. And then it's a controlled backswing and exploding through the ball. And you can see it flying through there. Again, you can see it drawing on the screen. Sorry, not drawing. You can see it fading on the screen. And it's coming to a nice spot right there. So that's how I do it. Now, I'm sure some of you have seen different things on Amazon. You can get all different stuff. So this is the Golf Anti-Slice. I can put a link up there if anybody's interested. So anything you put on your club face, it's not legal in any tournament play. Something like this can help you hit straighter. What it's realistically doing is taking the spin off. It's cool to try out. I have tried it out. It does do it for the most part. You do have to keep applying, make sure it's somewhat even. You're not fixing the problem. And you can still actually slice it if your mechanics are that bad. So if you want to try it, go for it. I have, like I said, but right now my goal is to actually fix my swing. And what I've proven to myself is that is possible. So fix number 2 is fixing the way the club attacks the ball. Like I said before, you want to be coming up on it. It's different than the irons, but you want to be coming in to out, not out to in. Out to in is when you're going to be approaching the ball this way and you're going to get that side spin that sends you into a slice. Now, how do you do that? You do that by dropping the club. So everybody thinks you need the same plane all the way through. It's a little bit different than that. Once I'm up at the top, I'm dropping my arms and exploding through the ball. By doing that, you create that path into out where you're going to hit the ball, and if you have the club face the right way, you're going to get a nice little draw. Or at least you're going to hit it straighter. So once you have your setup right, that's the next thing you want to do. You want to get that right path. You want to get into the groove. Now, it's obviously winter, it's cold outside. The best way for you to practice this winter is to build a small home golf simulator. I've done it before here. I call it the Giff. You go to golfreboot.com/thegiff. You can see everything we've done. We've also done videos on it. And if you need some gear while you're out there, some sweatshirts, anything like that, or at home, or on the course, or just for being out and about, check out bustedgolf.com/golfreboot. Great company. They make great stuff. I have a ton of it, and I definitely think you'll like it.
So on this shot, I want to look more at the into-out club path and dropping the club. So you can see me, I'm setting up again, same way as I did before. I'm going to come up, I'm going to start my backswing, and you can see my hands go straight down and into out, and I drop the club down. So that's basically what you're looking to do. Again, you can see the nice little fade that I have there, and I almost put it on the green. I believe that was 280 on that one, but it was a good shot.
Fix number 3 is all about your weight shift. As you're swinging, your weight is going to be shifting. You don't want your center line, your spine, to be moving as you do this, but you're turning and shifting. So you're turning and your weight's going to shift. And as you come through, you're dropping the club as your lower body explodes, and then explode the club through the ball. If you're not balanced, if you don't have the weight shift right, it's going to be a problem. Again, I'm going to put some inlays in here so that you can see what I do when I swing. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it'll give you some examples.
All right, this is the last one we're going to do. For this one, pay attention to the weight shift. You're going to see, as I start my backswing, you're going to see the weight shift backwards, move forwards, and then backwards again. So you can see it going through, and actually right at the end to start hitting up on the ball, you're going to see that front foot pushes up a little bit, which is fine, and that helps get you up a little bit higher to hit up on the ball, like I said, 2 to 4 degrees, and that'll gain you more height and more distance.
And then number 4, like I said, you're hitting up on the driver, not down. 0 and up is good. I'm usually plus 2.5 to 4.5 with the driver. It all depends. I'm not perfect. I don't always make impact correctly every time. And your club face, you want to be square or maybe a little bit closed to get a little bit of that draw. So if you're hitting up into out swing path and you've got the face a little bit closed, I think you're going to be shocked at what you can do with the ball. Make sure you're keeping your eye on the ball the whole time. That's the biggest problem I have. I'll start looking up before I make contact, and then it's not pretty. But if you watch the ball, keep your eye on it, and just let yourself swing. If you're out on the course, just swing. Don't think too much. This kind of stuff is for at the range. It's for out in your garage, in your home-built simulator. That's where you need to practice. Once you're on the course, you need to trust yourself. My goal is to help you succeed in reaching your goals. Everything I talk about revolves around research I've done to get better. Not everything works for everyone, but it's what I've found that works for me. If you're interested in learning with us, don't forget to subscribe so you see everything we post, and check out the links below for the gear we recommend. By the way, if you forgot to get yourself something for the holidays this year, I made a video about the top gifts for golfers this year. Check that out and order yourself something nice. It's popping up right over here. It'll show you what's worked for me, helped me play better, and they'll help you too. I think you'll find it really helpful. And don't forget to subscribe so you see the rest of our videos to help you play better, have more fun, and love the game again. See you next time.